G'day folks, today I've come to the Waranga Basin to go fishing with Rowan and he's not here yet. Yet they're going mad! Finally! The water is looking great, but it looks different to where I filmed my introduction because Rowan rocked up and then we decided to come around to the other side of the lake where it's not so rough. Yeah, it took me 4 hours to catch those 4 or 5 fish the other morning. They weren't active, you know what I mean? No vehicles beyond this point. Right. Now, after fishing from the bank and doing no good for a little while, Rowan and I have decided to put the kayaks on just to try and get out a little bit deeper in our search for a Waranga Basin redfin. No vehicles beyond this point. Quite bizarre to seeing that out in the middle of the lake like that, isn't it? Right, now it's time to do a little bit of trolling. I'm going to be trolling this Damiki Disco 38. Small little fat minnow, little chubby minnow. I've caught heaps of redfin on these little lures. I'm about to troll past the tree. Not a tree, the tree. I think it's the only tree in the entire lake. I wonder how many boats that's had tied up to it over the years. I just heard Rowan say something about a good start. I think Rowan must be onto a fish. Well, so am I. As soon as he said that, I got a touch, got him. I just heard Rowan say I'm off to a good start, and I swung around to have a look to see if he's got a fish, and just as I swung around I hooked one as well. I think we've got a double hook up on the go here, folks. I can't see what Rowan's up to, but I've got one. Look at that. As soon as I heard Rowan yell out, I'm off to a good start, I looked around to see what he'd hooked, then I hooked up. See you later, mate. Right, now I'm going to troll back through there, and that's always a good thing to do when you're redfin fishing. Once you get one, just keep trolling backwards and forwards. Looks like Rowan's got a fish up there. I'm on again. I've hooked up again. I've hooked up the fish number 2. He's only very small, but I'm pretty safe to say I'm onto a bit of a school here. He came out from his... Oh, look at the size of that. That is tiny. That is an absolute tiddler. The last one was small, but it wasn't like tiny small. But this one is tiny small. I kid you not, there's a bust up, the first one I've seen. There's little fish jumping out of the water around that area over there a minute ago. Probably chasing little minnows or something. Got him. I'm on. I'm on. Oh, there's a few following it. Look at them all. There's a school there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to unhook that one, throw it way over there. I'll yeet that over there, and then I'll try and get this back in where that school was. See if I can locate the school. Got him. Oh, I done him. Right, after a bit of trolling and a bit of casting, it's back to trolling again. I'm on. Oh, you on as well? Yeah, well, I'm certainly hooked up just here. There we go, folks. I've got a another small ready on the Damiki Disco. I'm just going to turn straight around. Not very big, but that's okay. Still fun. I'm going to turn straight around and troll straight back through that patch. And where there's one, there's often more. Just towing the little Damiki Disco behind the boat. These are a perfect lure for this sort of stuff. I'll try and put a link to them in the video description below. They're a master angler lure. So many tackle stores. There he goes, a bite. Got him. Picked up another one. There we go. I got two in bloody about a minute. Might have found a school here. What I was about to say is that so many tackle companies are having trouble getting stock at the moment. But if I can find them online, I will put a link in the video description below, because they are awesome for this sort of fishing. There you go, the daily double. Two in about a minute, both very small. See you, mate. I'm going to troll back through there again. I'm going for the hat trick.
Go for it, mate.
I've got two in the last couple of minutes. Can I get a hat trick? How far do I have to go before it becomes a hat trick? Like if I paddle 17 kilometers around the perimeter of the lake and then catch one, is that a hat trick, or does it just have to be right here? I'll give it about 100 meters. If I haven't got one in 100 meters, then I don't get the hat trick. Shut up, you stupid bloody crow. Stop laughing at me. Oh, I'm on. I've got the hat trick. I've got the hat trick, Rowan. I kid you not, I've got the redfin hat trick. This is the biggest of the three, I reckon. I don't think he's going to be big enough to pair with your 28 centimetre monster.
Well, I'm coming through there now.
Go for it, mate. Well, they're getting bigger.
Yeah, a bit bigger.
Oh, yeah. The fish are getting bigger. Oh, I got a redfin hat trick. My name's not Patrick. I didn't get him on a soft plastic. I got him on a Damiki. I've just hooked up, way out here in the middle of nowhere. I was in a world of my own, just trolling along, and along come a submarine. Well, maybe not quite a submarine, but along come a little redfin. You're about to troll through some fish, maybe. Rowan's sort of tracking behind me a little bit, but he's using a bigger lure, which may sort of sort out the men from the boys. He may not catch fish that size, but where there's one, there's often more. So with a bit of luck, he might pick up a fish in a minute. The old arms haven't had a workout like that since the last time I went to the gym, back in about 1991. Got him. Yep, I'm on. There's only a little one, but I'm on. First one for a while. When I said little, I wasn't lying. Have a look at that. That's not much bigger than the lure, and the lure's only 38 millimeters long. See you later, mate. Oh, that didn't work. That is tiny. Oh no. How about now? If I hold him close to the camera, he might look big. See you later, mate. Well, folks, the arms have had a good workout today, but that's okay. I need the exercise. I spoke to my dad before. He said, what are you up to? I said, I'm fishing at Waranga Basin. He said, have you caught any fish? And I said, a couple of small ones. He said, why didn't you go to Lake Hume? And I said, because it's not always about the fish, it's about the journey. I've had a fantastic time. I love the Waranga Basin. I love coming over here, and it's always great to catch up with Rowan. And as a bonus, I caught 7 or 8 redfin. They were all small. There are some bigger redfin in this lake, but unfortunately they didn't make an appearance in this video. Anyway, folks, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.